My vagina.
The title alone is going to get a reaction from you, I guarantee. Am I the for not believing my girlfriend's discomfort during sex? Pretty much says it in the title. Whenever I initiate sex with my girlfriend, she winces in pain and says it's uncomfortable. Yet, whenever she is up for it, there seems to be no pain issue at all. Last night we were fooling around, and I got her to orgasm thoroughly. Got her to orgasm through foreplay, 0 issues or pain. I was pretty into it and initiated sex, and instantly she was uncomfortable. Despite me slowing down the pace, finally after 1 thrust, she yelled out in pain and pretty much directly in my face, which was the final straw for me. This has been happening for so long now, yet she never does anything about it, and to be honest, I doubt there is any pain. And if there is, she seems to be exaggerating it way out of proportion. I know that people will say, no vagina, no opinion, but I know for a fact that I wasn't being forceful or rough, so to downright scream in my face was totally unnecessary. She has no other symptoms or discomfort aside from this, and like I said, if she initiates, then miraculously there's no problem. It's not a lube thing either, trust me, I've tried that too. I guess the reason I'm asking is because last night we kinda had a big fight about it. I lost my cool and told her how huge of a turnoff it is to see her face screwed up in pain all the time, and how I didn't think the pain was as bad as she was making out. I told her that sex was becoming really boring, and I could pretty much predict how it would go each time. I also said the only solution at this point was just to not have sex. She called me an asshole and went on the offensive. Said I have 2 moves, and yet I expect her to be like a porn star. So am I the asshole, or should there be more give and take in this scenario? Can I insist she gets a medical check? TLDR, girlfriend is in apparent pain anytime I want to have sex, but it's fine when she initiates. Unsurprisingly, this one got flared with record-setting asshole.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I've actually, like, lived through a very similar situation.
Oh my.
Which is so...
Yeah,
it's not so triggering for me or anything.
Right.
But, like, that... He needs sex ed. Oh, it's not fine. I love how it is... I'm initiating sex. Him initiating sex is just putting the penis in there. Huh?
Right. I paused
that's what
there, too. Because I was like, you're already having sex.
You know, sex starts with a conversation or kissing.
Yeah.
And it starts with some other stuff. It doesn't start... Sex doesn't become initiated when you try to put it in.
Right.
That's... Oh my God. That's like saying, like, oh my God, my boyfriend will only have sex with me when his penis is hard. And when his penis is soft, it just won't go inside me. Like, should I have him go a medical check? Like, it's the exact same
Have you heard
thing.
that before?
No.
Okay.
That's just the equivalent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because you need to be aroused to be able to accept, otherwise it's gonna hurt. Like, oh my God.
This one flat out scares me.
Like, it's... Well, the fact that he's also, like, continuing... Like,
yeah.
If she's in pain, she doesn't want it. She does not want to have sex with you.
Like, I've had subtle non-verbal cues that are a tenth as obvious as this that I stopped and checked in.
Yeah. Right.
But...
That conversation needs to have... The fact that, like, she's in visible pain and he's like, oh, well, she's just exaggerating. Because, like, it's not like this when she wants to have sex.
Yeah.
Which she should always want to have sex if you're having sex. It's a mutual thing. It's not one person wants sex, the other person must, like, accept it. Like,
yeah.
You both need to want it.
There's so many, especially religious people, that feel like
Oh, yes.
Men are only the only ones that are supposed to want and enjoy sex.
Right.
So
And you
that
can't
might be a
deny
play
him because
here.
that's your... How old are they?
Right.
Did they give their ages?
No, there were none of that. Girlfriend is the only word we've got here.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a whole lot to discuss here other than get your partner's consent on things. Have
I hope
conversations.
she runs. I hope she
Yeah.
fucking runs.
This one's
'Cause that's...
from a while ago, so I hope she has ran.
Yeah. Because that is not right. Like, that is probably rape. Because, like, I had a similar situation where, like, I was so exhausted and I, like, didn't have any sex drive and I didn't want to have sex with my partner because I was so exhausted and overwhelmed and whatever. But he was like, no, you need this. And it was like, dude, like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want this to happen. I was like, dude, if I wanted this, my vagina would be wet. Stop telling me that I need lube. I don't need lube. I need to be in the mood for this.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think it ever clicked in his head because, like, I literally said that. I was literally like, I don't need lube. I just need to be turned on. I just don't want this right now. And the fact that he continued to have sex with me after that is fucking insane. The fact that he continued to rape me after that. I should use the... Like, that
was this...
insane. No,
No?
that's not
Different
even
person?
an ex. I was never
Okay.
even dating him,
Wow.
technically. So this was I had a boyfriend for 3 years in college. Like, it's just, whoa. That's where a lot of my trauma is from. Cause, like, it's so just dehumanizing.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
can't imagine treating a human being like that.
Yeah, I just... Yeah.
Like, if somebody squirms when I hug them, I am a little upset by that because clearly something went wrong already.
Right. You just ask them. Like, there's like a necessity for communication. And he just didn't believe me. He didn't believe... Because, like, I was just so exhausted because I was working 2 jobs, going to school full time, and I constantly had to... I cooked every meal and I cleaned the entire house. He didn't cook or clean at all. And apparently that was because he was testing me to be his wife. Bro, like, no. I wanted a partner. I didn't want to be some man's wife. I don't know where you got that from. Because, like, I think something that men sometimes don't understand is, like, I have, like, very strong, independent eldest sister. Like, I'm a very independent person. Yeah. I am not a homemaker. So I will cook all my food. I will clean my house. I do not want to cook all of your food and clean your house. Like, do you see the difference? I can take care of myself, okay? I do not want to take care of you unless there's some kind of give and take. Like, I'll do the laundry, you do the dishes. Like, I love that. Like, you cook the food, like, I'll bake all the sweets. Like, that is the ideal situation for me because I fucking hate cooking. Yeah. And, like, that's my situation right now. I don't have to cook. We eat out or he cooks. Or I cook for myself when I'm like, you know, when he's like, I want to go get a steak dinner. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait to eat my mush because I love eating my mush.
I love mush. Mush is my favorite.
I hunger for the
texture.
mush.
Yeah.
You know? Well, it's not like I like my vegetable soups and my like little things like that. I make tacos and nachos and stuff.
Yeah.
You actually should put a trigger warning on that story if you do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that is incredibly upsetting. Like that is it's very rare that you get accounts of rape from the rapist perspective.
I don't think it's that uncommon.
Oh, I guess
think
I just
we
don't
hear
see them
it a
very
lot.
often. Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I mainly hear stories of the victims though, like recounting the sexual experience they had, where they're like, "Oh, it felt a little icky to me," or "I didn't really want it," and then it's like, "Honey, like I don't know how to tell you this, but you were raped, and like you don't have to like understand that or process that, but like when you're ready to, let me know. I'll try to help you through that."
Because
like
you're
I've
specifically
had so many
in that sort of a space too.
I am, but like even before that, like I hooked up with this guy, and he was like, "Oh, you're the first person that I've ever had sex with that I wanted to have sex with," and I was like, "What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?" And he told me about how the first girl that he slept with, he didn't he like knew her, they were friends. He didn't want to sleep with her. She came on to him a couple times. He said no, no, no. And then one time they were at a party and she got him drunk, and then she like and yeah, and
Yeah.
then we talked about that, and I was like, that isn't sex, that is rape. Like oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's heartbreaking, but you also like how
Well,
how do you
and
break that to somebody? It's
a
not
lot
easy.
of the discourse, like especially on Twitter, from a lot of the creators, the bigger creators that we all hear about in the news all the time, is rough. Like, my least favorite thing to see is, well, everyone does it. I'm like, that is, you are telling on yourself so fucking hard.
You were telling on yourself and the company that you keep, because
Yeah.
and like we normalize a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to want it in this context, or it's not rape if this happens, but
Well, yeah, and that's largely because of our media contexts, because women are supposed to not really, like, they have to be coerced into it, which is itself a whole different form of rape.
Yeah.
And
with another person. I top for anal. I don't bottom for it.
wasn't one of the things that you've said before is that you can do, like, enormous anal gaping stuff?
No, I've never said that.
Okay.
I cannot gape. That is something that you need to work up to. Like, I can't do that. I can take a lot in my vagina.
I
But I don't
am
gape that
incredibly amused that you paused to say vagina in this 15-minute long discussion of anal sex, and that you say pussy left and right all of the time, even in casual conversation. That was very funny.
My vagina. I guess it just feels more intimate because it's mine. We're not just talking about pussy or vagina. We're talking about mine. It's very personal.
That's our cold open. Is you leaning into the mic and saying, my vagina.
No!
and the section where we're talking right now probably isn't even going in, but that's gonna get people into that video waiting for that conversation.
No, you have to put it in now, at least in some capacity. We have to find. We have to read another. We have to read one about anal sex.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't want to read "Am I the Asshole Anal Sex"? That's gonna end up with like so many rape posts.
Yeah, that's.